Hello, everybody. I've been getting some questions on the ladies' spring clinics, and I wanted to address them here. So I'm sure many of you saw an email get sent out earlier today addressing Operation 36. We are going to be pushing that back. That is the same for the ladies' spring clinic. We are going to be starting April 13th, and the end date is still the same. We will still end on May the 18th. The ladies' spring clinics will start at 6:15 and they will run for about an hour. Again, this is a clinic that is going to be a bit larger in group, so it's not going to have as much one-on-one instructional time. We're going to be going over a lot of the basics of the game, and hopefully this will be a low-stress environment for you to get refreshed for your season, or bring a friend and introduce him to the game. We would love to have him out. So 6:15 is when we're starting. Our first class is April 13th. And make your way down to the practice facility and be ready by 6:15 because we're going to be going over quite a few things. Obviously 7:15 end time, those first few classes, we're going to be pushing right up against dark. So make sure we're ready 6:15 at the practice facility. The clubs you will need. So for the first week, we're going to be covering the fundamentals of the swing. You are going to need a 7, an 8, or a 9 iron, a lower iron, which will look similar to this one. Now, as you can see, this has a 7 on it. If you don't have a 7, you can grab your 8, you can grab your 9. I want a club that looks similar to this one. It can be a little bit bigger, it can be a little bit longer. That doesn't matter, it just has to be an iron. So for the first week, we're going to be using our irons, okay? Our second week is going to be covering chipping and pitching. So you're going to need one of your wedges. Now, most of you will have a wedge that looks very similar to this. This is what we would call an iron set wedge. This looks very much like the irons you would be playing. As you can see, this one has a little S on it. That's called a sand wedge. A sand wedge is just another name for a club with an extra amount of loft. This has, as you can see, more loft than this 7 iron, which means this club's going to get the ball in the air a little bit easier. So that's why we're using it for our chipping and our putting. Now, you can bring a club that looks like this, or if you happen to have another style of wedge, like this one, that doesn't have a letter on it, it has some numbers on it, you can bring one of these as well, because it's the same thing. They just look a little bit different. Now, after that, starting on week 3, when we go over scoring, you can go ahead and bring your whole set down. It's just going to be a whole lot easier to go through it all with you in person rather than doing it through a video. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. I would be happy to answer them. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the golf course.